Good afternoon and welcome. Glad you could join us today. So let's get started. So today we're talking about iOS 17.3. This is part one because there's a lot to cover in the weeks ahead. So this is Go for Lunch for January 23rd, 2024. Brought to you by GoFor Technology, where we make your technology work for you. This is National Pie Day, and my favorite kind of pie is rhubarb pie. Yum. So bake a pie or go out and have some pie today. So when I first started preparing for this Go for Lunch, Apple had not yet announced some software updates. So I was going to build this as a preview of coming attractions. However, yesterday, Apple did bring out a bunch of updates. So this is not a preview. This is what is actually available right now. So Apple updated iOS and iPad OS to 17.3. So as you probably know, we encourage you to wait till the .3 version of any operating system is available before you update. So that day is here. So you can update your iPhone and your iPad today. But wait, there's more. Sonoma is now at 14.3. So if you were waiting to update to Sonoma, then this is a good time to do it. However, you want to make sure that your printer is supported. So the biggest problem I've seen with people updating to Sonoma is that their printer was not supported by the printer manufacturer. In other words, they didn't provide a new driver or software for especially older printers on Sonoma. So how do you find that out? Well, you go into Safari and you would do a search, something like Sonoma and the name and model number of your printer. So in this case, I've done Sonoma and a Brother L2710DW, which is my printer, and I found this macOS Sonoma 14 support statement. So when we click on that, then down here, this is an MFC-L is the beginning of the model number. So I click on that. That takes me to the MFCs in the list. And I look here for a 2710, which is here somewhere. I saw it. Here we go. 2710 right here. Then I click on Go. Now, depending on what your manufacturer of your printer is, this is going to be totally different. But here, then I select my Mac OS version, which would be 14 for Sonoma. And then I click on OK. And then here are the drivers. So now we know that Brother supports Sonoma. And they're saying here that we recommend AirPrint. So that is one way to connect your printer using your Wi-Fi. Also, you want to check and see if there's any firmware updates, which can have security updates contained in them. And if you don't think you've done a firmware update, which most of you probably haven't, then do the firmware update. And then here's another tool for wireless. Brother has their own app called iPrint and Scan. So you might want to do all three of these. So that is the way that you would do that. Watch OS is now at 10.3 and the HomePod is at 17.3. So let's talk about features in iOS 17. So some of these features came out originally when iOS 17 was released in September. So not all of these are going to pertain to the .3 update. So we'll be going through these and highlighting the features that you should know about. So a contact poster is the screen that appears when you call somebody on your iPhone. And you can now customize that so that when you call, it will show up on other people's devices. So you can call them with a customized poster. However, the person you are calling needs to be on iOS 17 for this to work. So how do you do it? So you open your contact card in your Contacts app, or you can also open it in your phone app and click on Contacts at the bottom in the center. Then you tap to open that card, and then you tap on Contact, Photo, and Poster, and then you'll see an animation that shows you your contact poster will look like, and in Contacts your round contact photo, which is used in places like Messages. So now you would tap Edit to change your contact poster and contact photo, and you can also disable the name and the photo sharing. You can also edit how the name will appear, and you can choose whether to automatically share your contact poster with your contacts. And you can also have it set up so that it always asks you if you want to share it on a per call basis. So to create a new contact poster and contact photo pair, you would tap the plus icon, which will be in the bottom right of your screen. And then you would, to edit the poster, you would type customize, and then you can choose the type of poster you wish to make. You can use the camera to take a live picture. You can use the Photos app to create a poster with an existing picture. You can use your Memoji, or you can use a monogram, which will have your name and your initials. So when you're editing your contact poster, you can swipe left and right to see different filters, and you can use 2 fingers to zoom, pan, and crop your image. And then you can tap on your name to adjust the font size, boldness, and color. So I've given you a lot of instructions. Let's see how that works. So we're going to turn on our iPhone and lean over to get our Face ID working. And so here we are. So on this side you have a clear image direct from the iPhone, and on this side you have the actual iPhone, so you can see which buttons I am touching. So I'm going to use the phone app instead of the Contacts app, and I'm going to go to Contacts, and then your card, which is called My Card, will be at the top. So you tap on that. So this shows a contact poster that I have already created. So now if I want to change that, then I would touch here where it says Contact, Photo, and Poster. Then if I don't want to share my name, I would slide this slider here. And then if I wanted to change Share Automatically, I would touch here. And that's where you can turn on the Always Ask. You cannot actually turn off Contacts Only. So by default, it only goes to your contacts, not other people that you're calling. So you can see here the animation is showing you the circular picture, which is working in Messages, and the different formats for your contact poster. So if we want to edit this, we tap Edit, and then if you've made more than one contact poster, you can swipe. So here's my Memoji, needs a little work. Here's kind of a plain one with just my circular picture, and then if we wanted to create a new one, we would create New right here. So here's where you select your camera, your photos, your emoji or your monogram. So let's just do photos. So it opens up your photos. Oh, look at that guy. What a funny looking guy. So let's see here. He's trying to smile. We'll choose this one. There he is. And then we can swipe between styles. So there is a gradient background. There is a seamless background. There is a seamless background mono. Then there's the overprint. And there's the black and white. Here's the color backdrop. Here's the duotone. And here's the color wash. So you have a little circle right here on the bottom right. And you can change the color wash to different colors. So we're going to go back here to the hi, Leslie and Stanley and Deb. Get your questions here. Okay, so this is the full color model. And then if you tap on your name, you can adjust the boldness. So that's bolder. That's less bold. Let's kind of put it in the middle. You can also adjust the font just with these 4 choices. You can't go beyond that. So we'll go that, and then you can adjust the color of your name. There's a rainbow color, and you can swipe over here to the end where you see the multicolor, and then you get all your colors in either a grid, a spectrum, or in the red, green, blue, also known as RGB sliders. So we're going to go and close this with the X here in the upper right hand corner. We can hit that and close the font and color in the upper right hand corner of that. So there we have it. And we're going to hit done in the top right. It saves it. So there it is. So we can continue. We can crop this if we wanted to, make it bigger or smaller. And then we choose that. We can do different filters here. Click done in the upper right hand corner. And we're going to skip this now since we've done that. And now it's saving it, and now we have yet another contact folder. So if we go back, so that's the monogram right there. So if we go back, so it shows that one as the default. So in order to get back to my other one, I have to go here to edit, and then choose that one, and then when we click on done, it will default to that one. There you go. It just switches there at the last minute. So that is how you do it, and then in the edit process you can turn off any of this information that you don't want to show on your contact folder. So that is how you do it. So I would encourage you to be creative. Of course, you could use a picture of a scenic area that you captured on a vacation, or you could put your pet picture in there. So you can do all sorts of things, but take advantage of this neat feature to kind of liven things up. So another feature in iOS 17 is live voicemail on your iPhone. So basically this allows you to see a real-time transcription of a message that has gone to voicemail as it is happening. You have the option to pick up that call, while they're still talking, if you decide it's somebody you want to talk to. And of course, this is a great way to screen calls like you did on answering machines. The old is new again. So live voicemail should be on by default. If it's not working, then you can go to your settings, go to phone, and it will be on when you turn it on. So this is what it looks like if you're in a call and you go to your phone app. You will see what the person is saying transcribed right on your iPhone screen. You have the option of answering it with the green button, or you can still send them a message like one of the canned messages that says something like, "May I call you later?" Or whatever, or you can type an original message in there too. Or you can just let them talk and listen to the voicemail after the fact. So, stickers. Everybody likes stickers, right? Maybe. So, stickers can be created now when you tap a photo and open it to full screen from your Photos app. So you need to have the subject needs to be fairly distinct. It has to be kind of setting out from the background. So you touch and hold the subject, and then you get a little pop-up window and you click on Add Sticker. And then the sticker appears in your stickers menu, and you can access it when you're using your iPhone onboard keyboard, on-screen keyboard, or your markup tools. And then it says that you can tap Effect to apply a visual effect such as a outline, comic, or puffy. So let's see how that works. So we're going to go back to our iPhone. There we are. So we need to go to Photos. So we're going to grab our stylus here and go to our photography folder and tap on Folders. And here's a picture. So I don't know if you can see this, but it has automatically highlighted the word Tucson on top of the saguaro. But we want the whole saguaro. So watch as I touch the saguaro, you'll see this kind of lightning effect go around it. You see there in the bottom left, it's going all around. So it shows you what it has captured, and then you click on Add Sticker. And there it is in my sticker menu. So here's the Add Effect. So I can do an outline. I can turn it into comic, which probably would work better with a face. I can make it puffy. I can make it shiny. And those are my options. I'm going to go back to original. Click on Done in the upper right hand corner. Okay, so now that I have a sticker, what do I do with it? Well, let's say I want to send a message to Bob. So I start my message. I hit the plus sign. And you see now I have a choice for stickers. And notice this little icon right here. So there's my sticker. So I can put that in there, and then I can do a message. Say, "Hi Bob, this is a sticker I made from a poster that we saw on our downtown photo walk." And hit the send arrow, and now Bob has received that sticker and that text. So that's the way that stickers work. So we apparently went back one slide here, so let's get caught up. Okay, so that's the way it's going to look on your phone when you uh, capture the sticker here, in this case the cat, and add it to your stickers library. And Bob says, thanks, I got it. So there's been some news coverage on a phenomena where a thief will watch you or engage you in a conversation, and they will trick you into either putting in your passcode or somehow ask you for your passcode. Then when they have the passcode, they will steal your phone. And this is a story about one man in Minnesota that he, by his estimate, stole $2 million from unsuspecting people that he used this technique on. So this is usually done in a social environment like a bar, or it could be happen any place. In public, a stranger could strike up a conversation and include your iPhone. So the best protection from this would be to make sure your Face ID or your Touch ID is working. Now I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, it doesn't work." So try to re-enter the information. Just cancel the one you have, start over, do a new one, and usually they will work at least for a while. So now, in iOS 17.3, Apple has introduced stolen device protection. So the way you turn that on is you go into Settings, you go to Face ID and Passcode, you scroll down the screen to the Stolen Device Protection, and then you turn it on. It is not on by default, apparently. So this new security feature is smart enough to know what to do based on your location. So by default, the stolen device protection won't take effect if your phone is in an unfamiliar location. I'm sorry, in a familiar location such as your home or your office. But if your phone is in a strange place, then you'll have to confirm your identity with Face ID or Touch ID before you can perform any of the following actions. So these are the protections that stolen device protection feature provides. So it keeps you from doing any of these: using passwords or passkeys, using payment methods saved in Safari, turning off the lost mode, erasing all content and settings, applying for a new Apple Card, viewing Apple Card virtual card number, taking certain Apple Cash and savings actions such as transfers, and using the iPhone to set up a new device. So in addition, it also prevents changing your Apple ID password, signing out of your Apple ID, updating your Apple ID account security settings such as removing a trusted device, a recovery key, or a recovery contact, adding or removing Face or Touch ID, changing your iPhone passcode, resetting all your settings, turning off Find My, and turning off stolen device protection. So it stops all of these from happening, so the thief cannot get into your financial information, steal your money, or turn off your systems that will help you find your phone. So this is a great new feature. So make sure and turn it on. So that brings us to questions and a favor. Please tell one person you know that uses Apple devices about the GoFor Gazette. Just forward that to them from your email box where it landed at 7 o'clock on Monday morning. And if you are a Zoom user, Zoom updated in the last 24 hours to 5.17.5. So make sure you're up to date right there. So let's see. We have some activity over here in the comments and reactions window. So we have another rhubarb pie lover And Leslie, good morning, Stanley. Okay. Leslie likes the Thomas Magnum look. I'm not sure which one that is. So Leslie has a good question here. Can I reject a caller? Not at this time. So you, when the call originally comes in, I think you could hang up depending on how fast the contact screen comes up, the contact poster screen comes up. So, and Leslie is agoraphobic. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. No worries about being passcode Rob. Well, good. So hopefully that introduces you to iOS 17. I did the update last night. I kind of fell asleep, so I'm not sure how long it took, but there's like 3 steps. First of all, it downloads the upgrade, then it prepares the update, and then it installs the update. So it's rather a complex little process. So Apple is asking, will doing the Apple Watch update disable the blood O2 or oxygen sensor? That is a $64,000 question. From what I have read recently, the answer is no. The Apple has disabled the O2 sensor on any Apple Watches Series 9 or Ultra 2 that are presently being sold, but the information that I have seen is that it will remain operative on existing Apple Watches. So I will check that again when I update my Apple Watch, probably tonight, and hopefully that or I may do a little more research and see if anybody else is having their oxygen sensor disabled when they update to watchOS 10.3. So good question. We will check on that. So stay tuned. So if there's no more questions, thank you everybody for joining. Good to see you all here. If you have any questions that you think of later, you can always call me or email me, and that information is coming up shortly. So have a great rest of your Tuesday, and we'll see you next Tuesday at high noon for Go for Lunch.